Howdy, folks, and welcome into Shelton, Connecticut, here at the rinks at Shelton, the Connecticut Sports Center. Here in Shelton, Connecticut, Cody Schaffel here on the call. We got some NCAA D1 hockey for you as Sacred Heart comes to town to take on the hosting Post University Eagles. Again, Cody Schaffel here on the call. We thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday afternoon. And to start, Sacred Heart and Post right next to each other in the standings. Early in the season, I know, but right now tied at 5 and 6 at 10 points apiece. Sacred Heart hasn't played in over 2 weeks, had a nice little break. They're on the ice for the first time since the 1st of November. As for Post, picked up 2 losses last time out, a weekend series against St. Anselm on the 8th and 7th, but then did pick up 2 straight victories, 2 of their 3 on their season against St. Michael's the weekend before that. Sacred Heart selected to be the repeat champions after winning for the first time since 2018 this past season. They have not gone off to a hot start, but again, a lot of their season still to come, playing just in 10 games so far. Let's introduce the starting lineups first for the visiting Pioneers. Your forwards from left to right, Addie Bowlby wearing 24, Ella Holm wearing 10, and Bria Holm wearing 55. In the defense, Olivia LaRoche wears 6, one of the captains of the team, and Lake Bethard wearing 15 will be the starting D pairing for the Pioneers. In net today is Jillian Petruno. We'll get into some of her stats a little bit later. One of the best goaltenders in the conference as she snags one high to begin the game. The forwards for Post University, Maddie Noonan, Jet Devlin, and Selena Mikavikas make up your forwards, with Lula Cameron and Emma Hine as your defensive pairing, with Hannah Saunders in net for the Eagles. Shot from the outside is blocked. And this one is going to scoot in. They waste no time as Post gets on the board first. It's 1-0. Took no time at all off the face-off. They won it, put it in near the net, tipped it up and in, and it is Post with the first score of the game. So when a Post backup line gets done, I believe Georgia Stevens was the one on it. My apologies. Number 19, Ty-Marie Grom, actually picks up the goal, and they beat Petruno early on here. What can Post do here? Smith down into the corner. Allie Cohn trying to get it away. Going to put it on net and swallowed up by Saunders. So Ty-Marie Grom picks up her 2nd of the season, 9th of her career, playing in her 124th game. As another face-off win for the Eagles. Post this season winning the face-off battle about 46% of the time. Basically 50% of the time for Sacred Heart. Big hit along the boards. And whistle blows. And already a penalty as it's going to be Olivia LaRoche going in the timeout chair for about 2 minutes. So the good times keep on rolling here for Post as they not only score early but now get an early power play opportunity. LaRoche will be sitting for 2 minutes. Roughing will be the official call. Hine in, sent away, and into the neutral zone it goes. So we'll see what the Post University Eagles have on their power play. Just 3 power play goals and 47 attempts this year. That's a .064. About 6%, 7% this season on the power play. Shot. That's deflected. Second effort deflected again. For Sacred Heart, they get the kill about 86% of the time. So definitely an area of improvement needed for Post here in this part of the game. Devlin knifing her way down. It's tripped up along the boards, and I think another penalty is on its way. And this looks like number 20, Kaylee Smith, the Framingham, Massachusetts native. She'll go into the box, and now they'll have basically a minute of 5-on-3. Sacred Heart hasn't played in about 2 weeks, and it's evident as they're a little rusty back onto the ice for the first time. First chance, high. Oh, they get the one-timer but can't convert it as Nora Farberman just missed it. They'll get it all the way down here. Garris Keel will start the break. Zoner back to Keel. Keel gets it again, and they're trying to set up that backside again. Farberman can't handle it for a second time. This time they'll have Farberman on the inside. This one's blocked. Down on a knee. Good deflection. That's home. And the first penalty is killed. And still 5-on-4. Offsides looks to be the call. So still a minute, 2 seconds left to go in the second power play. Only a couple of shots so far on the only a couple of shots on the 5-on-3, 2 whiffs, and nothing really too competitive after home blocked a shot down the middle. We'll see if they get anything good here in the next 45 seconds. And clearing it out are the Pioneers. Picked up by Curry. Diving in and stopped by Petruno. Petruno 4-3 this year with a 1.73 goals against and a 9.48 save percentage. Pretty even with her career line. A little less on the goals against and saving a little bit more, having a career year against the baseline for Petruno. On the other side, Hannah Saunders, 10 games this season, a 2.59 goals against average, a 9.21 save percentage. And they are peppering Petruno, as they should. Under 10 seconds left in the power play. Big save by Petruno. And they're going to have a breakout chance, but they couldn't hold on to it. Sacred Heart could have got a breakaway. They played their cards right. Down goes Jody Rose. She gets sent down, and Sacred Heart officially has killed both penalties. Cohen dumps it down, looping around to pick it up. Antonakis. Leslie Antonakis, number 94 in red today. She'll just send it back on in. Again, Olivia Roche back into the game. It's a captain, defender. Hine leaves it up. And can't connect. Looked like Bernaire was just trying to hook up with. Shot falling down. It's blocked and sent back away. In the middle, Sacred Heart just trying to get it out of their own end. They haven't really had it much in their own offensive spot. And already 5 saves for Petruno about 6 minutes in. Trying to clear it out. He's kept in by Devlin. With it is Bowlby, Sammy Bowlby. Onsides, mad dash for it is Bowlby. And here go the Eagles. Good defensive numbers for Sacred Heart. It's going to have to go 1-on-3, and Devlin can't do it. Devlin just 1 goal this season and 2 goals in 88 career games coming into play tonight. Skating around is Juliana Coman. Sacred Heart selected to finish first in the NUA preseason poll. 21-15-3 last season with 16 NUA wins. And again, the defending champs. Them and LIU selected to be the top 2 teams again as they met in the championship game. Right now, they're ranked 6th and 7th in the conference. Again, very early. Both teams only played about 10 or 12 games. And definitely not the start you would think these 2 teams would be on. Bernaire is going to put it on, try to get the rebound, and covering up is Petruno. Two top goal scorers from last year's squad returned, and Nella Holm and Isabella Chaput. Holm just a sophomore. So a nice career budding for her already this year, has dumped in 3 goals. Chaput quiet with just 1, the junior from Michigan. So they have the pieces, they have the horses. They have the coach that's gone there before. Thomas O'Malley, been on that sideline in that box for 23 seasons now, 32 overall. Spent time with Wayne State and Boston College in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s before making the jump to Sacred Heart and staying here for over 2 decades. Won 2 NUA championships, one in 2018, one in 2025. And again, has a squad to try to get a 3rd one, and a lot of the coaches around the league thought they would be competing for a 3rd one. And again, still a lot of season left, plenty of time to get there, but again, like we said, not the strongest of starts to their season. Nikovicius is blocked. Good a rebound opportunity, however. Noonan gets it back outside. Hines going to step in. Gets close, right into the chest of Petruno. She walls up. Another save. Make it 6 for her. Also a series matchup that has heavily favored the Pioneers. All time, these 2 teams have played each other, where's my note? About 37 times, 38 times. Post has 3 wins, 33 losses, and 2 games have gone to overtime, whether they ended up winning or losing that one. Not great. All 3 wins have come in the past 2 years. They did lose 29 straight games against the Pioneers from 2017 to 2023. You had entire classes of women's hockey players that have never beat the Pioneers in their 4, even 5 years with Post, but actually have a favorable record against Sacred Heart over since end of 2023. This one into the bench area. Good catch on the Sacred Heart's bench area. They did defeat Sacred Heart last time out, the last meeting of last year, this being their first meeting. A few more to go still. It was a 1-0 affair, much like it is right now. And Sacred Heart, a team that starts slow so far this year. They have scored just 5 first-period goals, and with the goal allowed to Post earlier, make it 8 against. It's that third period where they really come to play, where they are outscoring their opponent 16-6. And we will take a break for the media timeout. We'll be back in just a minute, folks. Cody Schaffel here on the call. 1-0 Post up early. That helps. That's so nice. Back here at the rinks at Shelton, Cody Schaffel here on the call. 1-0 affair as Post scored within the first minute of action. Goal by Ty-Marie Grom as puck loose in front. Sacred Heart trying to get that goal back. Keel to the outside, trying to get it to Rose eventually, and stalwarted by Sacred Heart. By the boards is Hager. And LaRoche will have to track it down. No icing as she gets to it beforehand, and up to Hager again, who will just dump it so we should get a line change for her teammates. As LaRoche taking some time. She took a spill trying to get in to the bench. And covered up by Petruno on the puck is down, stalwart in the middle. Then coming down to sweep it away is Sacred Heart. "22 shots already for Post, just 4 for Sacred Heart. Add another one, loose in front again. And cleared away by Sacred Heart, but getting outworked early by the Eagles. Big hit, Mitchell delivers it. And Bowlby still on her feet after it. Slapped down the ice, picked up by Coleman. Japet will just shovel it down and switch their lines. Post going to try to attack with Sacred Heart on their heels. Sacred Heart gets back into the play. Devlin leaves it up. Noonan, well high, but does find number 24 Mahine eventually. Between the legs, it's back to Hine, trying to get it into that corner. Noonan on the rebound. Tough angle. Sent back in. Can't deflect it in is Devlin. Oh, in the middle, misfires. Stepping in. Tallulah Cameron can't get it. Hine steps in, and here go the Pioneers. 2-on-1 forming. Shot. That one. No, it does not go in. Hits the post about 3 different times and skated on out. It was a great shot. Unfortunately for Sacred Heart, they'll have to wait for their first goal. They beat Saunders top right, but Cards not on their side. Is a break opportunity. This one directed at Petruno. Second one is behind the net. So rebound chance that Post can't put away. Zoner kind of gets caught up. Curry tries to center it and intercepted. Losing the handle on it is Cohen. And she'll have to retreat. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in period number 1. It's been all Posts here in the first set of action. 26-6, the shot advantage. Japet has a chance, glades in, and deflected by Saunders. Gets it back to Japet, can't slap it in. Defense breaking down a little bit, but they're enough as Ruby Mitchell clears it out. Japet, again, we talked about it, one of the top 2 returning goal scorers from last season. Only put 1 into the net. That was 2 opportunities to get her into a groove. First one, Saunders just got the shoulder on it. Second one, defense scrambling, just got in the way, really. Intercepted by Rose. Tries to keep this puck in the neutral zone. She succeeds Grom, the goal scorer from earlier. Hine. Right through the teeth. Trying to hook up with Tristan Curry, one of the assistant captains on the team. Slap it from outside, blocked. Noonan trying to play big in the middle. Cameron flips her hips. It's Shea Carroll trying to lose everybody. Going behind the net, wraparound is deflected. Good poke check by Emma Hine. And she'll just flip it away. Bethered in the area, eventually settled down by Kaylee Smith. Trying to find Whitmer. Diving down towards the middle. They can't connect. Still in, sent around. It's Hine just tapping it in front. Taken by Mekavikas. Back and forth they go. Approaching 3 minutes remaining, about 3:15 mark. Shot, and that goes low, beats them. It's Noah Farberman. Had 2 opportunities early. Couldn't get to go this time from a ways out. A deflection in front. Potentially either way. Beats Petruno 5-hole. And it's 2-0. Post Eagles. Again, the shot came from outside from Farberman. We'll see if they credit her. They give a deflection in front. Either way, Post scores another. And they will keep it with Farberman. Peterson is going to get the assist. There you go. So it is Farberman who does get credit with it. Chappett taken down. No call. Peterson gets away with one. Post doesn't score multiple goals often, just averaging 1.1 goals per game and 2 in the first period against the defending champs. Who have already given up their goal quota for the day. They average about 2.5-ish. Oh, big collision. And both players down for a moment, but both players back up to their feet. Rhea Holm, one of the players that went down, but she needs to be doing okay. I think mostly the sticker, the skate made the big thump, not a head or anything like that, which is always good. But I want to just make sure that everyone is okay, and they look like they are. Holm actually staying out on the ice. Real hockey being played. Limke trying to get to a teammate in the corner. Good deflection. Devlin on the rush with LaRoche. And LaRoche gets to it. Devlin, hot pursuit. Takes away an icing chance for the Pioneers, who could have used the breathing room. Now they have to go down the length of the ice. Limke is going to get deflected. Great job closing up the gap. This Hine in front. One-timer, no good. Holm denied. And they'll just send it away from danger. Getting a complete platoon shift. 2 new defensemen, 3 new forwards for the Eagles. Holm still out there. Hasn't taken a rest since the collision, and now she'll head back. Long shift, kind of like when you play NHL Pro Mode. You just never go back to the bench when they tell you to. You're there to score goals and get hits, not sit on the bench. 1 minute remaining. And period number 1. Sacred Heart trying to add something here late. But it's Post doing the most. Already 2 goals scored today. And that first period goal differential that Sacred Heart did not have good times with keeps expanding, and it gets kind of worse in the second period for them historically, at least this season. Like we said, that third period is when they really outplay their opponents 16-6 in terms of goals scored. A plus 10 differential, but minus 4 now if you count today, minus 4 in the second period as well on the season, and we'll see if they can keep that or even break in that a little bit. 4 seconds, not much of a shot here. And they center it. No shot after the whistle, and that will be that. 2 goals scored by Post early on as they are out shooting the Pioneers 29-11. We'll be back soon, ladies and gentlemen, about 15 minutes. We will have period number 2 action here from the rinks at Shelton. Welcome back in, ladies and germs, as we got some D1 hockey for you today. Post University taking a quick 2-0 lead over Sacred Heart. We talked about Sacred Heart. Usually, historically this season, they've taken a little bit of time to get going. Coming into play today, just 5 goals in the first period, 7 allowed. Make that now a discrepancy of 4 after the 2 they allowed to post. It doesn't get much better in the second period. Over this year, 6 goals scored in the second period and 10 given up for a -4. That third period is where they really get going. 16 goals scored, just 6 allowed. But it's that slow start that has really plagued them this year, and it's rearing its ugly head today. Now they have a 2-goal deficit to try to make up. Let's talk about the stats coming in. Petruno, 9 saves, 2 goals allowed. 12 shots for the Pioneers. That's all they could muster up after almost 30 total for the Post University Eagles. 29 shots. Mikavicius and Keel leading the way with 5 apiece. A goal by Grom, a goal by Farberman are your 2 goal scorers. Assists by Peterson, Keel, and Rose. 4 saves for Saunders. He's been clean so far tonight as the team switch side. It'll be Post attacking the left side and Sacred Heart going towards the right. Now, and just barely avoids a potential delay of game. Rose in the middle has a shot. This one left high, potentially influenced by some good defense from Juliana Coleman. And this one will blow dead. It's like icing upcoming. Rose, Grom, Hatfields out there. The second line forwards starting things off. Hatfield intercepted. Sent back in. Saunders kicks it away. I think it was not sure. No, it definitely wasn't a shot. I think more trying to just circle it or dump it down in the corner for a battle. Intercepted. That one shot blocked, and Rose in the area. Keel there as well. Taken by Cohen. Cohen gets tripped up. And delayed penalty, as I think they're going to get Post for their first of the game. And Keel will be the one to go. Kale, excuse me. Karis Kale. Misread the pronunciation guide. My apologies. So 2 minutes in the box in the first power play opportunity for Sacred Heart. Check their numbers coming into play today. On the power play, they're not too bad, about 19%. They've converted on 7 of their 36 chances. You want between 20-25% for a decent, good power play. They're hovering in that area. The kill has not been great for Post, to say the very least. They have allowed 16 goals as Devlin chases it down. The one thing they are good at, though, one of the top short-handed goal-scoring teams. I believe 6 coming to play today, which is near the top of Division I. But 16 power play goals allowed on 47 chances. Not great at 66%. You really want that number to be 80-85. A stalemate in the corner. Clicked out. Coleman just misses. Coleman keeps it in. Chaput gets it back. Actually misses her. Coleman again. This one coming in front. And couldn't deflect it in was Bowlby. And Saunders, as Bowlby gets into it a little bit. It's like Marley Webster was protecting her goalkeeper. 18 seconds left on the power play. Can Sacred Heart get their first on the board? And Saunders gets the save. Can't smother it. Loose again. Rose can't find it. Finally gets to it. Another whistle blows. And what do we got? Is it the loose net? Yeah, it looks like loose net. Or the puck got stuck under the net. Either way, no penalty, which is a good thing for Post. Not too bad about it if you're Sacred Heart. And with that, Kale is out of the box. Stepping in, trying to take it was Patfield. No dice, however. Rose gets it eventually. Try to shovel it along, actually intercepted by Sacred Heart. Blocker save. Stick loose. This is the stick of Peterson. LaRoche comes in, dumps it back behind the net. And now Posts trying to swing it. Jody Rose can't get to it. Almost got hit, potentially a slashing, trying to poke check from a ways away. Curry can't sidestep her defender. Bethard doing a good job on defense. That's Lake Bethard. And definitely not close enough for an icing. And Hain can't hold on to it. Hain gets tangled up. Number 12, Haley Jasilla, the extra skater on the ice for Sacred Heart. Blocks, Petruno. Clean so far through 6 minutes and 20 seconds of this one. Post trying to look for a breakout, and they're not going to get it there. Good defense. Bernier just sends it away. All the way back. Three Eagles on one Pioneer. Post comes out of the pack with it. Jet Devlin, fire name alert, living up to the name. Jetting down the ice. Devlin gets tangled up on her rear. Kale tracks it down. Kale rushing to the corner, gives it up. Mikavicius can't corral it now. It's Kale Mikavicius. Looks like Coleman over there. And as the puck scoots out, that's when they blow the whistle. So 12-19. We will face it off at center ice. Also, new goaltender, no goalkeeper for the Sacred Heart Pioneers, it's Lauren Larson, number 33. Just noticed that now, so I've incorrectly attributed an assist to Petruno. But a new tender for the Pioneers. Her first game of the season. She has 15 games played coming into play today in her career. The .250 goals against average. A big collision. Callie Peterson leading the charge, and Cone sent down. Looks like it's okay, and they missed the body, but that's still going to be a penalty on Peterson. And now 2 minutes. I believe boarding was the call. Post winning 17 face-offs, just 9 for Sacred Heart. So they've dominated this area of the game as well. And I think they won another one. Actually, anyone's guess. Interference the call, not boarding, my apologies. But 2 minutes either way. And another power play opportunity against one of the weaker penalty kill units in Division I. It'd be the chance for Sacred Heart to get on the board. Larson scoots it away. And Sacred Heart playing in their first game since November the 1st. Took 17 days off. It's actually interesting. Their last 3 games for Sacred Heart are the exact same opponents as Post has played. Sacred Heart picked up 2 losses to St. Anselm on the 1st and 31st, and 1 against St. Michael's on the 25th. Basically same thing, just different dates for Post, who played on the 8th and 7th. Both losses to St. Anselm, giving up 4 goals in each of those games, and a 3-2 win against St. Michael's. Right now, the 2 teams tied in points in 10. And Post being real nice for them, trying to catch Stonehill, Franklin Pierce, Assumption, St. Anselm. Again, have already beaten Franklin Pierce once this season. Obviously, still very, very early, and it's not going to be to the end of February, even beginning of March, until we start playing tournament time and all that. But something to keep in mind is these games are looked back on with 11 seconds left to kill. Post trying to go 2 for 2. Well, before we finish that, it will be a media timeout, it looks like. No, my apologies. Looks like they're actually sending away Julia Zielinska, the Polish defender. So even strength for 11 seconds. And then about a minute 50 of power play time for Post. So ends up working well in their favor, honestly. Deep in the corner, they battle. That gets Mikavikas down there. Here they go. They're going to pop it down. Actually, a 4-on-4. Also, Kale in the box. So they're going to go even strength. And the one-timer stops. Saunders scoots over and walls up. Big save. Could have been a 2-1 affair. Saunders, great job. The senior goaltender in her 88th game. Stopping the shot to keep the shutout alive. Quick shot. Saunders follows up her big stop with a pretty traditional one. And I think now they are going to call for the media timeout. So we'll take a quick little break with you as well. 8:32 left to go in period 2. Still 2-0 after a huge save by Hannah Saunders. So ready to go as Jimi Hendrix brings us in. Shout out the late, great Jimi Hendrix. Some of the best music ever produced. From the lefty from Seattle, if I have that correct. And that's about every Jimi Hendrix fact I have. Either way, let's go. Limke leading the charge, jumps it down into the corner. Post making their charge. Haven't really got much in way of offensive production. Again, came into this period with 29 shots. Just 2 for period 2 overall. Curry tries to center it. Bounding puck. Still loose. And Coleman will let it go for icing. Also 2 players in the box. Kale, her second stint. And Zielinska. She will come out of the box into the bench area. Shot almost deflected and in, but just wide. Battle on the boards. Cone puts it in, and Saunders gloves it up. So 7 more minutes and 8 more seconds. In period number 2, Cody Schaffler on the call. We thank you for joining us. Whether you're watching on the CACC Network, on YouTube, whatever it is, we appreciate you however you found us. It is appreciated. Post came into play today at 3-10-1. But 3-4-1 knew a record and trying to go even in Nua play with a win over Sacred Heart. And they have a 2-goal advantage. Sacred Heart playing much more inspired defensively and a little bit better offensively as well. Trying to wrap it around. Japet just gets it back outside. Loose in front and falls out of harm's way. Peterson trying to put a move on. Swallowed up. Looks like Campbell Heger is there, and she's on the ground. Maya got hit with a stick. She is up and okay. It'll be Lily Zoner, the freshman from Squamish, British Columbia in Canada. We'll go away for a little bit. So another power play opportunity for Sacred Heart. 0 for 2 so far. And this is a power penalty kill unit that gives up a goal 33% of the time. Not fantastic by any stretch. I don't claim to be this hockey purist, but I know that 66% penalty kill is not great. So can the Pioneers take advantage and cut into this lead, get on the scoreboard before they go into the half? They have 5 minutes left to do it and 1 and 20 left to do it. They want to do it with a power play goal. Leaves it up, centered up, deflected. Try to slap it down. We'll circle it back out. Another shot. This one gloved off the stick of Coman. Good defense by Post, getting bodies in front. Tapped up behind the net. No calls. 2 players go down behind the net. 27 seconds left in the power play. LaRoche gives it up. Japet goes high and outside and misses. Roach diving in the middle. Oh, misplay there. Set up that Pioneer in front beautifully, and that is Sammy Bowlby that was set up in front. First time they went to her, she had it but just misplayed it. Second time they stop it as well, and there goes the power play as well. So another kill for Post. Whistle blows as some looks like just a little bit inside. Offside is the call. Three minutes. And 13 seconds in period 2. Post trying to get it out. Again, haven't really found much offense. It was a great period for them with 2 goals, almost 30 shots, and they've really done their part to even everything out. Just 2 shots since then, 1 on goal. They do still have 10 face-off wins, but have also committed 4 penalties. And they've really just been against the ropes for most of the second period. Rose along the boards, gets it in front. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell gets it stripped. He has a chance. In front, good defense coming alongside. It was Whitmer who had the opportunity. I believe Rose came in and crashed their party. Mitchell has it again. Post just trying to get into the half so they can reset. Sacred Heart trying to keep the pressure on. Will be icing, so we'll come all the way down here to play with it a bit. Again, new goalie is Lauren Larson, as Jillian Petruno only lasted a period. We'll see if there's another goaltender switch. We'll keep an eye on that. Shot, point blank, stop. Just the second one Larson has had to handle. Oh, a breakout opportunity upcoming against the glass. Here we go. Trying to get it to Hain. On front, shot stopped. Delayed penalty. Down goes Farberman, who leaked in front. Hain got it to her. And now for the rest of this period, they're actually going to be posts with the power play chance. Power play unit is out there. Hain, Mikavikas, Devlin, Curry, as well as Marley Webster. Webster goes to Mikavikas and she whiffs the one-timer chance. Devlin can't get the rebound. Still in post possession, in front. Larson poking for it. That went to the back of the net. Mikavikas got it. Power play goal for posts. All period, they had nothing. Till the end, they add on. It's 3-0. Mikavikas, her second of the year. 6th of her career. And just a backbreaker for Sacred Heart. You've played such good defense all period long. And at the very end, bend don't break defense broke. I can't really say that. Post really had no offense. Selena Mikavikas, power play goal for her. Devlin with the assist. And now 35 seconds. This game, all the momentum Sacred Heart built up and kind of evened everything out, put you on a decent path where you still have some work to do in the third. kind of gone out the window. Now a lot more work to do as Post will flip it. No icing is the call, and with 10 seconds left, Sacred Heart might get lucky to get a shot off. Antonakis into the corner, and that will circle around. Post showing up when it matters the most. Coming in at the end with 1 minute left. Add on yet another, and that will do it for the second period. It's 3-0 as Mikavikis puts Post up a trio. We'll be back in 15 minutes for period 3 and potential end of this one. We're back here at the rinks at Shelton. Cody Schauf on the call, and a fun one on hand if you're rooting for Post University. It's not been so great for Sacred Heart, but we have 20 minutes to kind of figure all that out. Sacred Heart had a really, really good period in period 2. That just so happened to end in a power play goal for Post. It just is what it is. However, like we've alluded to a couple times before in the broadcast, the third period is where the Pioneers shine, outscoring opponents by 10 during that time. Also be flashing out the goal scores on your screen, so if you're just joining us, you'll get caught up on who's been scoring, who's been doing the damage here on the day. And 3 goals for Post in order. It was Grom, then Farberman, and then Mikovic with the power play goal later on. And they are pausing the game. It seems like not everyone had the memo, but all our ducks in a row now. Jillian Petruno did start the game. It was Lauren Larson who came in the second period. She stays out there in net for the Pioneers. Some other stats as we get along. 5 power play opportunities, 3 or for the Pioneers, 3 for Post, only 1 power play goal, that being the last one we saw with about a minute left to go for Post University in the second period. So we shall see how things end tonight, or I guess this afternoon. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. This puck discoing down. Icing will be the call. Post 37 shots in this game, 7 in the second period, and for most of that period it was just 2. This play by Kale lets the ball pop out behind the blue line. Rose, a couple of times she's been hacking with that stick. Hasn't been called for anything yet, but something to keep in mind of. Misfeed intercepted up top. That is Zelinska, one of the penalty getters for the Pioneers today. Bowlby down, tap it there. Trying to center it, taken down is Peterson. Big hit by Grayson Limke. And caught by the Pioneers in their bench at 18-23. Good move in the back end to free up some space. That was Whitmer with the deke. Kaylee Smith actually had the deke, my apologies, 20, not 21. Hyatt trying to keep it alive. She does. Stevens. That is sent away by Larson. Larson in her period of action, 3 saves, 1 goal allowed. Saunders able to wall up. Taking one like a champ is Noonan. This one's set back in. This one's loose. And the whistle stops the play. Addie Bowlby was wide open, but the puck just missed her. And then going into the net is Emma Hain. So they will adjust the net. And Post will come away with it. Front line attacking. Devlin giving chase. She will get to it. Slap back to Noonan in front. Mikavikas already has a goal today on the power play. Tallulah Cameron trying to zip it over to Grom. Good idea. Batfield with it now. Puts it on. Larson punches it down. And there is Grayson Limke from Buffalo, Minnesota. Graduate of Holy Family High School. Oh, intercepted. Bad pass. Here's a shot right into the belly of Hannah Saunders. Trying to clear it and just went middle ice. Multiple different Pioneers there. I believe it was Smith who put it on. Georgia Stevens. Take it to the outside. And can't handle the speed she was going. In front. It's Webster trying to keep it in. Whitmer has it stolen from her. Hyatt on the run. Draws two defenders. Just misses the deflection to get in. Wide right, just a tad. Covered again. They will face it off a second time in a row. Cameron's shot is blocked. All the way down. Chasing it is Shea Carroll. She'll get to it first. Blocks the icing. Gavickas has a chance to get another one. Did they scoot it in? Oh, Larson covers it, swallows it up, and prevents the fourth from trickling in. Gavickas already had one earlier, and the 2-on-1 opportunity took it herself. Almost got it to go. And they will not keep it in the offensive end. It will go bleed into the neutral zone. Even strength for both teams. And Post will win that battle again, bringing in 2 defenders to make it 5-on-3, while the other 2 defenders for Sacred Heart kind of lagged behind. Rose taken down, no call. Bumped a bit. Chased down by Limke. As Bria Holm in front, they'll actually dart it back and change lines. Good move in front by Peyton Bennett. Can't keep it in. Does eventually find Campbell Heger. She's getting big and forces the bad pass. Smith comes in, keeps it in the corner. Then Whitmer tracks it down. Her and Kale go to battle for it. Smoots out. Bennett puts it on but wide, and it is Grom who just sends it away, and they will shake things up line-wise. Mikavikas on the run, has some room, is pestered from behind. And it was Haley Jasilla, the extra skater, showing the extra bursts. Sacred Heart still looking for their first goal. Bethard thought she had an open lane. She did. Antonakis didn't see her. Tried to go to the more tighter angle close and was denied. 10 minutes, 56 left. 10 minutes, 52 seconds left. In period number 3, as we learn to talk for the first time. Cody Schaffner on the call. We appreciate you joining us. And what's been a fun one, Posts showing up in areas they really haven't shown up so far this year. They're perfect on the penalty kill so far. They've been scoring goals. They've been playing real good defense. There's been a good amount to go wrong for Post this season, but this is a game where a lot of things are going right. One of their most complete efforts. Second opportunity is smothered again. Twice they denied Ella Holm. And that will bring us into the media timeout. 2 saves by Saunders. And we will leave it there. We'll be back 9 minutes, 45 seconds to play in regulation. 3-0. Post still in the lead. break. We are back after a little extended break. It looked like there were some equipment issues with Hannah Saunders. Some scissors were used, and it looks like we're all good to go. Either way, after the immediate timeout, it's the first good dead whistle. Past 10 minutes. Saunders gets a little pinball kick off there. We're about halfway done with period number 3. Cody Schalfu here on the call. We appreciate you joining us wherever you found us. Thank you, and hope to see you next time as well. Three nothing. Post all coming. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. It was Grom, then Farberman, and then in the second, right at the end, Mikavikas. The cherry on top of the second period with a goal on the power play with a minute left. Good hustle by Stevens to get down there and clear out that icing potential. Zipped around, and they will circle all the way back, and no icing for this one either. Slapped off the side of the boards. Webster trying to flick it away off of a body, kept in. Ahead to Tallulah Cameron, gets all the way back here to Webster. Trying to get Mikavikas, or at least Mikavikas in the area. They're trying to just settle it away, and we'll get some line changes for both sides. Actually, nope, just for Sacred Heart, excuse me. Post selected to finish 7th in the conference. Was 13-21-3 a season ago. 11-14-3 in conference. Started season 0-7-1, but did have a 3-2 stretch from 2010, from October 17th to November the 1st, where in those 5 games they played over those 2 weeks, they come up with 3 wins and 2 losses. Have been shut out 7 times and have allowed 3+ goals in 6 games. Now, we talked about not a very favorable all-time record against the Pioneers. 3-33-2 against Sacred Heart University. All 3 wins coming since the end of 2023. Also, Selena Mikavikas will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. So another power play opportunity for Sacred Heart. So far, I believe 0 for 5. 8 shots on those 5 attempts so far, and nothing to show for it. Great defense. Block in front. That one hurt, but Hayne, excuse me, did the dirty work. Shot wide. Here comes Sacred Heart. LaRoche. Take her time. Mishandled. Limke out a little bit towards her left. Has to go back middle. Dumps down. Number 55, Bria Holm. And a clean change for Sacred Heart. Coleman will take it. Pass it up along the near wing. This is Ella Holm. Shot! And stopped by Saunders. Scoots away. Zoner trying to get it away. Approaching 5 minutes left. Under 5.5 to go. Sacred Heart trying to get on the board. Post looking to complete just their second shutout if they can get it. The first one came on their second win of the season on Halloween night. Spooky time for St. Michael's. They were blanked 5-zip. So officially just under 5 minutes to go. At 4 minutes, 54 seconds. Hanging around Larson for a little bit. Mikavikas back out of the penalty box as that has also been killed. 6 for 6 in killing penalties. Post who give up 1 out of every 3. Have been perfect on double the volume from the season average. Noonan to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to make a move. 3 Pioneers in the area. Scooter outside. Picked up by Sacred Heart up along the boards. Back middle. Here comes Whitmer. Whitmer, she goes near wing. Tries to dump it in the corner, deflected from Kale. Tracking it down is Grom. Head on a swivel, sends it away. Good job at being aware of the defense and keeping yourself safe. Batfield almost bodied up LaRoche for the interception. And the young interim head coach career of Brandon Brown, Post holds on for this one. Could be probably his best win so far. He was assistant coach for the men's program as there's a scramble in front. Whistle blows it dead, and Saunders, perfect. He saved 26 for her. And Brown, 3-10-1 so far in his first season, was assistant coach for the men's program, and he was also the goalkeeper coach for the women's program. So a little double duty before he got the interim job. Played at post, was all-time leader in games played and started saves, wins as a goaltender. Was second team all NE10, the men's team. Shelby Page is in her second season. Has more of a lacrosse background, but has spent time with the University of Connecticut women's club team and has spent time within the realm of ice hockey over the past few seasons. I'm sure had some experience with it when she was younger as well, but played women's lacrosse at Southern Maine. Her first college gig here after spending some time, like we mentioned, with UConn women's ice hockey and some other places as well. Larry Erickson, the director of hockey operations, on the bench as well. Again, since their matchup in December 6, 2024, Post won that game. The next night won in a shootout, then dropped the game on the 21st, won the game on the 22nd. So 2-1-1 in their last 4. Try to make it 3-1-1 in the last 5 against a team that routinely flex their muscles against Post. And they're just 90 seconds away. Going for their 4th win of the year and evening themselves up in conference against what was supposed to be the number 1 team and your defending champion, Sacred Heart Pioneers. Nikovicius with a touch. And Post just kept the puck down here so long over the last few minutes. They haven't had the opportunity to pull a goalie even if they wanted to. At this time, probably a moot point. 3-goal lead with just about a minute left in regulation. There's that 1-minute warning. Ooh, that one caught the helmet of a Sacred Heart player on the bench. I think it was 94, Alyssa Mintonakis. Northeastern transfer. You talked about the big shot discrepancy in the beginning. Actually, Sacred Heart has taken over right around 60 shots to Post 45. Just the quality of the shots haven't been there because of the good Post defense. Down to 10 seconds left, and Post is going to pick up another win against Sacred Heart. In their last 5 tries, they are 3-1-1 against the Pioneers. Post came to play, had one of their best complete games from start to finish here in 2025-2026. And it is a whole team effort. The penalty kill, 6 for 6. Power play picked up a goal. 2 even strength goals, a shutout by goaltender Hannah Saunders, and really top to bottom, nowhere to complain, and just great round of applause to everyone for Post. Sacred Heart gave it their all, did come alive a little bit in that second period, but a backbreaker they gave up late kind of quelled any momentum. We look at what's next for these two teams before we take a quick break for player interviews after this. It's going to be a rematch of the finals. LIU at LIU and then at home for Sacred Heart this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And then they take on Yale on the 28th, right after Thanksgiving, before they either play Quinnipiac or UConn in the Nutmeg Classic. For Post, what's next for them, you might ask? Well, let me tell you, they're at Stonehill for the next 2 games on Friday and Saturday, and then they are at Sacred Heart as we flip the calendar to December. So these two teams will play each other in about 2 weeks from now. Again, we'll take a quick break before we have player interview. We'll be back with you shortly. Cody Schaffel here. We will see you in just a moment. But either way, Post wins 3-0 over Sacred Heart. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're joined here with goaltender Hannah Saunders. And Hannah, shutout for you, 13 for the career, which I believe was the post record now, if I heard that earlier. How cool is that?
That's very cool.
That's super cool. You guys played awesome everything today. You guys, the penalty kill was awesome. You obviously were fantastic. The offense, everyone was contributing. How fun is it when everything is kind of working the way, at its top tier?
It's amazing. I mean, I'm so proud of these girls. It's a special group, and we've been working so hard throughout the start of the season to get everything going properly in all areas of our game, and we executed that perfectly. So I'm really proud of them.
It's a big game to take down the defending champs here. Over the last couple of years, it's actually been really good. You guys 3-1-1 against Sacred Heart since the end of 2023. Obviously, the all-time series very lopsided early, but you guys have really found your groove against them. That's one of the top teams. That must really build the confidence for you guys, knowing that you can hang with a lot of the top dogs.
No, 100%. It's a huge boost of confidence. It makes us proud because all of our hard work is obviously being seen. And, we're just ready to keep going, keep working hard as a unit, and, see what we can do.
Well, 28 saves for you. You were obviously fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time, all right?
Sounds good.
Cool. And then we will invite Jet Devlin into the fold. You just throw those on. Jet, nice to meet you. Congratulations on a big win today. The offense, everyone did a little bit of everything. It wasn't just one player, two players. Multiple players had goals. Multiple players had assists, including yourself. How fun is it when the offense, everyone's really getting involved?
I think it's really fun because we get a lot of opportunities. We have all three lines firing, and that means we're not in the defensive zone as often.
Right. And I think for me in this game, the most impressive thing you guys did today was the penalty kill. You guys were 6 for 6, not allowing anything. Overall, the season's kind of been a sore spot for you guys. You get really walled up today. Just talk about that that penalty kill unit, and just talk about how what the girls did out there and how you guys executed the way you did.
I think we did a really good job at getting our sticks in lanes and forcing passes. Our other girls read off of that really well, and that's when we can start cheating the zone a little bit and try not to keep it in our zone.
Right, and you get to watch sometimes, Hannah do her thing. She was obviously awesome tonight, 28 saves. How cool is it to know that when your goalkeeper's on, you guys offensively are on, everything is just clicking. It has to be so much fun to watch everything kind of work the way it's designed to.
Yeah, it's amazing. She does a great job. She's our biggest defenseman, our biggest D-corps player. She does great with communicating and whatnot when players aren't open, or when players are open and we need to cover.
Yep.
But she does a great job, and when she's playing well, then everybody's playing well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. A great 3-0 win for you guys. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. All right?
Thank you.
All right, I'll take that from you. All right, and that will do it here from the rinks at Shelton. Cody Shalfu here. Again, it's going to be on the road for Post. You got Stonehill up next, and they'll be actually on the road against Sacred Heart not too long from now. So we will see you next time. A 3-0 win for Post University. Everyone did everything today. A real full effort for the Eagles. We'll see you next time. Also, don't forget, if you're watching now, about 6 o'clock, we'll have women's volleyball going up at the Drumner Center. We'll see you then. We'll cheer on the Eagles as they start their postseason climb in women's volleyball. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you at volleyball later tonight. From Cody Shalfu, everyone here at Post Athletics, we thank you for joining. We'll see you next time.